Hey everybody, this is Brad from the Stock and Options Room here at the ShadowTrader.net Live Trading Suite. And I wanted to do a quick update on Lululemon. I did a video on that stock recently. The stock came down to some prior lows, and now it's giving me another opportunity to get back in. And I am in the stock now via short puts. Now, I don't own the stock yet. I sold the 225 put back on Monday the 14th, and I got $1.05 for that. I'd be willing to buy the stock at 225 bucks if it does get put to me. Last week, I also sold the 225 put. We got 44 cents for the option last week. We got $1.05 for the option this week. That expires. So obviously, I have almost $1.50 in the bank. Should I get put the stock at the $225 level. Now, the other important thing, though, I want to bring to your attention is if I get put the stock at 225, immediately I'll be looking to sell a 225 pretty much at the money call for next week. Now, obviously, I don't know where the stock is going to be between now and Friday, but if it's anywhere at 225 or below, I will sell an at the money or slightly out of the money call. If the stock stays above $225, then obviously I will not get put to stock and I get to keep the credit. The reason I like this trade is because back here, many of you know, I did the trade. I actually, put it in the room. Matter of fact, here are all the trades. Back on the 20th, I sold that put. Once again, the 225 level. So hopefully you can see that that's a very important level. Got $2.63 for that. And that next Monday, that was on Friday, by the way, the 20th, I bought the stock, sold the upside call. Next day, bought more stock, sold the upside call. And of course, you can see here on the 27th expiry, and obviously I put this here on Monday, but the stock was gone. I got called away, made over $8.74 on the first half, $7.30 on the second half. So the point is, I'm already dealing with, over $15 of gain. Plus, like I said, we collected $1.49 of option premium between last week's put sale and this week's put sale. And that doesn't even include if I do get put the stock at 225 bucks, then I'm going to sell an upside call for the following week, again, the July 25th expiry, just as soon as possible. So, for me, it's a great technical picture. Could the stock go lower? Of course. The August 2024 low was breached here on that Friday the 20th. I'm sorry, Monday the 23rd, but that's where I sold the option on Friday the 20th. Even though the stock did go below that short strike, it went back up and closed, well above 225. So I got to keep the $2.63 credit. Basically, folks, I'm kind of rinse and repeating is what I'm telling you. Now, obviously, with the big gains that I've already had, there's a huge advantage for me. But for those who are new or maybe missed it, or maybe you're not in the stock yet, that's fine too. The stock still has really good support points down here. If this Monday the 23rd low holds around 221, and all of a sudden we start taking out today's high or this prior high here, Thursday, Friday, or even next week, then you can start building a position once buyers come back in. So I'm not saying, to people out there listening, oh, you got to get in Lululemon right here. But what I am telling you is from a technical perspective, plus using options, to me, it makes a lot of sense. Now, if I wasn't in the 225 put already, I would probably be looking at maybe a 220 put. Literally for this Friday, selling it for $1.23. I try to get a mid price. I try to get at least $1.30 for it. But even if I was not in this trade now, I would look at these lows because again, from a couple of weeks ago, we basically went close to that 220 strike. I would give the stock a chance again to get in the trade, sell some credit, and of course that would lower my basis. If I get put to stock, then immediately sell an upside call against it. So I think Lulu is at an interesting level. Now, obviously, if the stock just collapses, well, then obviously you'd have to get put to stock, sell some calls, and then you might have to just exit the stock. I'm not saying this is a guaranteed trade, but for me, I think Lululemon at these levels, to me, is very interesting. And I'm kind of going off the old Buffett saying, you know, when others are greedy, be very fearful. When others are fearful, be very greedy. And the stock double topped up here over 420 bucks. Stock is down almost 50%. It's down like 47, 48% from these all-time highs. So my other thought process is, you know, I get to buy Lululemon at basically a 50% discount. So anyway, that's the whole thing with Lulu. I think it's worth keeping an eye on here at these levels, but use options, either puts or calls or both, which is what I like to do because it really, really helps drive down your cost basis. All right. So anyway, yoga pants are back. The downward dog alive and well. Hope it helps, and hope to see you in the room. Take care. Peace. Hey, everybody. This is Brad Adonis with ShadowTrader.net. Thank you for taking the time to watch this short video. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button below. Also, you can check us out, ShadowTrader.net/squawk. And if you want to trade live with myself or any of the other Shadow Trader moderators, sign up, give us a try. Take care. Good luck trading, and see you soon.